That was Elizabeth Glenker, and joining us now, the Labour MP Wes Streeting, the co-chair of the APPG on British Muslims, and Shaykh Mogra, Leicester Imam from the Virtue Ethics Foundation. Nice of you to both come in. Ibrahim Mogra, if I can start with you, your reaction to that film, were you sympathetic or horrified by the parents you saw there?
I have such mixed feelings. I'm very disappointed that the parents chose to behave in the way that they behaved about an issue that they have legitimate concerns about. But to set that as an example to our children, screaming and shouting, what lesson are we teaching our children? So I think we really need to calm down and think very carefully. It's a very, very sensitive topic. Parents are upset that they've not been consulted. This is about education of our children, all of our children. It's a partnership between the school and the home and religious institutions. And the sooner we can collaborate, the sooner we can get our children to appreciate that we live in a society that is forever changing. It's very, very diverse. And there is a law that gives protection to all of us equally, and we are all equal before the law.
So when you heard Amir Ahmed, the chap in the film, talking about the proselytising, you know, it's such an interesting word to use in the context that gays and lesbians were proselytising, trying to convert children and make them more promiscuous. I mean, what would you say to him?
It's a very unfortunate use of the word. I don't for one believe that there is an active effort on the part of LGBT communities to try and convert me and others to become gay people. It's something that you don't choose into or opt into or opt out of.
So you'd say he's wrong. You'd say do you agree principally that schools should be educating children on this wide, broad curriculum of relationship and sex education?
I think the first thing is to get the facts right. There's a lot of misinformation. I believe that we have the religious education for the primary end of our school children, and we've got the relationship, education and then sex, and the relationship and sex education of the children. And I think there is a time and a place for all this to be taught to our children. It's not about promoting it, it's about making our children aware. And I'm a firm believer that if there is a child in a class, in year 3, in a year 4 class, who is brought to school by 2 mummies or 2 daddies, it's only right that his or her classmates know about this. And that will reduce the bullying and the discrimination, because from what I understand, the whole driver for this is not the promotion of an LGBT agenda. It's about inclusivity, but also to ensure that the bullying of such communities is ended, yes.
It's about respect and understanding and how we build a common understanding, because some of the things that were said in that film are born out of ignorance. And of course, the best way to tackle that is education. For example, I didn't come out until I was at university. Why? Because far from choosing to be gay, there are many of us who spend years choosing not to be because we're afraid of the reaction of our friends, family, peers, and our religious teachings as well.
I think it would be wrong to push something from top down. This is about winning the confidence of the parents, enabling them to understand why this needs to be part of the curriculum. Where else are our children going to learn that our communities are very, very diverse and we have to respect them? I think the only way forward is about getting around the table and each side presenting their concerns. Look, as people of different faiths have concerns about a number of things that go on in our communities. And the way forward is not screaming and shouting at each other, but trying to understand where each side is coming from and come to an agreeable position where we respect one another as human beings and respect our rights as enshrined under our laws to make sure that there's no discrimination and no hatred against any group.